Hello, welcome back to what is an unprecedented part number 3 of this What If I Was the England Manager. We got through the qualifying stages earlier on today, and tonight it is the group stages and hopefully the knockout stages of the European Championships in 2024. Please come join me, leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below, and let's get into the European Championships 2024. So our two pre-tournament friendlies are going to be Algeria and United States, both at Wembley, before we travel over to Germany to the Rhine Energy Stadion to play Holland on the 14th of June. We'll go right through. We're not going to show you the friendlies. We'll come back and we'll show you the team that we're going to take to Germany and Italy, and then we'll show you the opening game against Holland. Right then, we're ready to avenge that 2022 World Cup against Qatar. Pre-tournament friendlies went well. 5-2 victory over Algeria. Harry Kane getting 4 in the first half and Phil Foden getting the other. And then a 3-0 victory over United States. Harry Kane finding the net twice. Marcus Rashford getting the other goal. The 23-man squad that is going to go into this tournament, into the opening game against Holland, is the 3 goalkeepers are Pickford, Henderson and Ramsdale. They seem to be the given with the 3 goalkeepers at the minute. 2 right backs that we are taking are Reece James and Tino Livramento. The 2 left full backs we're taking are Ben Chilwell and Ben Christine from, I believe, is he not Aston Villa or is it Sheffield Wednesday at the moment on loan? The Aston Villa full back getting some game time out in League One. He's the other left back that we are taking. The centre backs are John Stones, Tomori, Gomez and White. We're also taking Trent Alexander-Arnold as well, who's a right back. Reece James, Livramento can also fill in that centre back, so that covers the centre back areas. 2 defensive midfielders are going to be Henderson and Rice. As for the central midfielders, we've got Bellingham, we've got Foden, we've got Grealish can play in there, and then the wingers Sancho, Saka, Grealish as well, Harvey Elliott, Marcus Rashford, and then the strikers are Harry Kane and Dominic Calvert-Lewin. A lot of versatility in the squad. That's why there's only 2 out-and-out strikers. Obviously, Rashford can play up there as well. Foden could play there given the opportunity. So a lot of versatility in this 23-man squad. That's what we're hoping for, to just chop and change, get through it. We're going to show you the opening game of this group stage against Holland. We're probably not going to show you the games against Greece and against Bosnia because, all being well, they should be winnable games and we can move on then. The Nations League has been drawn as well. This time our group is Romania, Italy and Czech Republic, but that doesn't matter because that will be after this save finishes, unless we need to come back for a part 3. I don't plan on it, but depending on how things go, it's a little bit more it'd be more of a redemption thing for me than anything else. But anyway, enough talking. Let's get into the opening game of this group stage against Holland. So this is the team for the opening game against Holland. It's Ramsdale in goal, Chilwell, Tomori, Gomez and Alexander-Arnold. Rice sitting in front of them, Bellingham and Foden in the central midfield, Sancho on the left, Grealish on the right, Kane is up top. Holland were the 3rd seeds, so I'm presuming they're not going to be as good as what we think they are, but it is probably going to be the toughest game of the group, so let's get into it right now. Holland versus England. We're playing in Germany in our tournament games. Let's go. As the boys walk out for this opening game, early corner, De Bruyne with an in-swinging corner, Bellingham volleys it away at the near post and Besselink will keep it in and goes infield to Brukas. Can we put any pressure on him rather than letting him bring it out? He puts the ball up, but Bellingham nips in and wins that, and Bellingham can drive forward, give it to Sancho on the left hand side. He gets the ball in with his right foot, that's cut out by Brukas and Koch can get it away. Mulders can't win the header though, but Steens picks up the loose ball. Tackle but wins it back. His pass is cut out by Gomez. Foden over halfway now. Tackle goes in. It's very, very compact in the centre of that midfield. Bellingham nips in again there to win the ball. Bellingham now drives into the box towards the byline, pulls it back, and it's found its way in, and Harry Kane has scored. And we start the tournament as we mean to go on a goal inside the opening 4 minutes. A mistake at the back from the Netherlands, and Harry Kane nips in. Bellingham won the ball here off Koch. He, and the outside left channel, drives into the box, drives towards the byline, pulls it back. Brukas got there, but he touched it back to the goalkeeper, not looking, and Kane just tapped it in, and 4 minutes on the clock, it is 1-0. Besselink now with the throw on the far side. Gomez can head it away, and Mulders keeps it in. Into Van Driel. Besselink again for Mulders, 1-on-1, touches it past the goalkeeper, and they equalise midway through this first half. Oh, it's going to be checked. Goal is disallowed. Now, oh, that is so harsh. But it remains 1-0. Their first real chance of the game as Besselink now finds himself in the book. It's a free kick in a dangerous area here for Trent Alexander-Arnold. He hits the woodwork, and Besselink can clear it away. We didn't follow that in as well as we should have done, because that would have been an opportunity to make it 2-0. As Trent with the throw into Foden. Foden receives it back from Trent into Rice. Alexander-Arnold, Tomori, edge of the box, Bellingham with a shot, puts it in the top corner, 2-0, 28 minutes on the clock, and after them scoring that goal that was disallowed, we have got back to our attacking ways, and it is 2-0 inside half an hour. Jude Bellingham with a lovely finish from the edge of the box. Rice picks up the ball here, gives it back to Trent Alexander-Arnold, he just clips it into Tomori, first time ball to Bellingham, who first time side foots it just inside the post. Half an hour, well, just under half an hour gone, it's 2-0. Alexander-Arnold there with the throw. Right, I do realise I keep switching between just Trent and Alexander-Arnold. Depends what's going on. Tomori, back to Alexander-Arnold. Right, Tomori yet again. Out to Sancho. There's a man outside of him. Bellingham into Chilwell. Was he onside? He was. And he just blazes the ball wide. Very, very poor miss. As Bruyers now will try and bring it out in that left fullback position. Into De Bruyne. Koch now. Infield to Van Driel. Dispossessed by Bellingham. Running through. Going wide, pulls it back for Harry Kane, who taps it in, 3-0 just before half time. What a game this has been for us. We have blown Holland away here in the first half, 3-0 up. Bellingham once again dispossessing one of the Dutch players, driving towards the byline and pulling it back for a simple tap in for Harry Kane at the near post. 3-0 here, and that is, as he takes a bow, a little bit cocky there from Harry Kane. But free kick here for Trent Alexander-Arnold to take. Hits the woodwork again, and for the second time we do not follow in the free kick. And at half time it's 3-0. We're going in towards the last 10 minutes of the game as Gomez cuts that out. We've made our changes as well. As Chilwell picks up that ball, can give it to Rashford, one of the substitutes. Can he go past his man? Has to turn back, goes into Bellingham. Back to Rashford yet again. Ball through for Kane, who goes down, and it's going to be a penalty kick surely. And Harry Kane has a chance to make a hat-trick here in this opening group game. As the referee is just checking, I don't see why this shouldn't be a penalty. It is a penalty. Harry Kane should step up to take it. He does. He scores. He makes it 4-0 with 10 minutes to play. His third goal of the game. Hat-trick in the opening group stage game. And not a great penalty, but actually it was. It was a very good penalty. I didn't think it looked that far in the corner from the angle that it showed us. But it is 4-0 here, and what a performance it has been. The Netherlands have really provided nothing, and we have dominated. As the full-time whistle goes, 4-0, and the chance of its coming home will be ringing around the stadium here in Cologne. Holland 4-0, England 4. Harry Kane with a hat-trick. Jude Bellingham was absolutely fantastic, I must say. I thought he got a second assist, just the one assist for him, but he was, and the one goal, he was absolutely fantastic. 8.4 in that central midfield role, and in what should be the most difficult game of this group stage, we have navigated it perfectly. 4-0. So job done in the group stages. We beat Holland 4-0 as you saw just, and then we beat Greece 3-0. Dominic Calvert-Lewin, Jack Grealish and Trent Alexander-Arnold getting the goals there, and then we beat Bosnia and Herzegovina, Ben Christine on his debut scoring, and Jordan Henderson getting the other. Fantastic result. We rotated quite a bit. We're going to go into the game against Romania now. Probably not with our full strength 11, but enough hopefully to see us through into the next round. I believe, yeah, this will go into the quarterfinals, then the semis, because if I'm right in thinking, yeah, these 3 teams got from some of the groups, don't they? So there is still 16 teams qualified, even though there are only 6 groups. So Romania next up in 6 days' time. A little bit of a break for us, and then hopefully we can crack on and make our way into the quarterfinals. The other great games are Norway against Portugal, Germany against Denmark, Serbia against Croatia, Italy play Wales, Belgium play Scotland, Switzerland play Czech Republic, and Holland play France. Now, looking at this, I wouldn't mind Norway or Portugal. Wouldn't mind Serbia or Croatia, even though Croatia knocked us out last time. Italy, maybe not. Belgium or Scotland, I'd probably take either of them. I'd take Switzerland or the Czech Republic. And then you got Holland and France. France were the only team to beat us in the Nations League. Holland we've already disposed of quite comfortably as well. So I wouldn't mind if we got them either. So looking at it now, we've got a good run. Hopefully. Alright, who do we get? We get Belgium or Scotland in the quarterfinals. So that will be very, very interesting. Big game there in the quarterfinals. Semi-final would look like we would play Serbia, Croatia, Norway or Portugal. If we can get rid of Belgium, there's a run there to the final. Definitely, we're probably on the easier side of the draw. But we're not going to show you the Romania game where hopefully, fingers crossed, going to see you in the quarterfinals. So we did what would be expected of us. We beat Romania 3-0. Jack Grealish opened the scoring in the first minute. Harvey Elliott and then Harry Kane in the 82nd minute just putting the icing on top of the cake. We play Scotland. Scotland beat Belgium on penalties. Che Adams scoring, and then they won the game on penalties. So we play them now. Big game. Can we deal with the Scots? We're going to show that game in its entirety next. It's a big game, let's go. So these are the 4 quarter-final ties. Croatia play Portugal, Czech Republic play Holland, Italy play Germany. Now, looking at these quarter-final lineups, Croatia or Portugal, not the end of the world there. Czech Republic or Holland, we've already beaten the Dutch, and I think we may have played the Czech Republic earlier on in one of the competitions earlier on, whether it would be a qualifier or not. Then they obviously got Italy and Germany. If I remember correctly, they are on the other side of the draw to us. So if we win, we play Croatia or Portugal, which means that we could come up against Italy, Germany, Czech Republic or the Netherlands in the final. I mean, if we get through these next 2 games, if we get either Czech Republic or Holland from that side, I mean, after a 4-0 victory, you'd fancy our chances, surely. But let's look at the team lineup. It's Ramsdale in goal. It's Chilwell, Stones, Tomori, James, Rice sat in front of them, Bellingham and Foden in the centre midfield, Rashford on the left, Sancho on the right, Harry Kane up front. Let's go. Let's do this. And let's hopefully pick up a win that sees us go through into the semi-finals. Scotland's lineup is Kelly, McCrory, Porteous, Tierney, Fredericks, Robertson, Ferguson, McTominay, McGregor, Adams and Shankland. Why can't we go and win this? I mean, I'm looking at the group stages. At the knockout stage, sorry, there's only really Italy and Germany that I would fear, and they are playing each other. So let's do the job here. As Croatia go 1-0 up against Croatia, have gone 2-0 up against Portugal. That directly impacts this game. They're going 3-0 up. Wow! As Reece James goes into Declan Rice, James yet again, Rice. Foden, infield, McTominay brings him down. Surely that's going to be a penalty. It looked like he tripped him as he was getting ready to get the shot away. VAR is going to check it. It is a penalty kick. And just inside 18 minutes, it is going to be Harry Kane. I assume it is going to be Harry Kane. Steps up. What a penalty that is. Top corner. 18 minutes. It's Scotland 0, England 1. And that should settle the nerves. It settled my nerves certainly. What a penalty that is. Just smashes it into the top corner of the net. It is 1-0 here. Scotland have really provided nothing yet. As Holland lead the Czech Republic in their game, they could be making the semi-final after we beat them 4-0 in the opening game of this competition. We're pushing Scotland way back here as Croatia still 3-0 up. They blew Portugal away in those opening 15 minutes or so. Very tight here. But Scotland really, in terms of the stats, haven't produced anything of any note. Just that one highlight. You've been good so far, but there's room for improvement. Hopefully that can get the boys fired up. An early goal here in the second half should kill this game off, but we just got to be cautious. We don't want to let Scotland back into this game in the slightest. We're going to make the first substitution of the game, and we're going to take off Jadon Sancho, who's having a poor game. We're going to bring Bukayo Saka on for him. And we're just going to have a quick look who else. No one else is playing that bad. Just a couple of 6.8s, which not the end of the world in a 1-0 game. As that is the first change made. Stones and Chilwell struggling as that ball goes out. Can Adams get there first? He doesn't. Stones nips in and wins it. Runs down the left-hand side. He's out of position, but if he can find a good ball, it's into Rashford. He pulls it back for Bellingham. Hits the shot and it's just wide of the post. And that was a great chance there to get a second and really seal this game as we go into the final 20 minutes now. It's been pretty poor for the most part. We're going to make the final 2 subs. We're going to take Ben Chilwell off. We're going to bring on Joe Gomez at left back. And we're going to take Marcus Rashford off. And we're going to bring on Jack Grealish for him. as we look to try and get this second goal. Just, we don't want to go into the last 5 minutes with it still 1-0. One chance for Scotland. If they find the back of the net, as Ferguson has gone through the back of Rice there, it's going to be a second yellow card for him, and that makes things just that a little bit more difficult for Scotland. It's 1-0 still to England. Scotland have 10 men, and can we see this game out? We haven't been great in this knockout stage, but there's one last highlight here as we go into stoppage time. Grealish now looks at ball to Kane, takes it down, square to Foden, looking for the ball back through, bounces back to Foden, shot blocked, out for a corner kick on the far side. It is still 1-0 here as, free kick was given actually. Foden will step up to take this. Phil Foden seals a place in the semi-finals for England. England 2, Scotland 0. Phil Foden smashes in the free kick from 20 yards. I thought it was just going to be the corner kick. It was pulled back for the foul, and the keeper doesn't even dive there. Foden just clips it over the wall, and it is 2-0, and that should be the end of that. And I didn't see the last few results. Kane getting a 7, Foden with an 8.2. Bellingham, who started this tournament so well, only a 6.9 there. I'm pleased with the performance, but we need to move on. That's demotivated some of the players. It's a great result for all of us. Let's have a look how it looks. Germany beat Italy on penalties, so they are into the semi-finals. They'll play Holland, who won 4-2. They were pegged back. Actually, they were pegged back twice. Schick equalising, and then Kremenchik equalising after Janssen had put Holland 2-1 up, but 2 goals in the final 5 minutes. De Bruyne and Slagboom at the 89th minute, winning that game 4-2. And Croatia, after blitzing Portugal in the opening 15 minutes, it means we resume hostility with the Croats in the next round in the semi-finals after they knocked us out in extra time in the World Cup in Qatar 2 years ago. Semi-finals of the European Championship. 3 years after making the final and being beaten by Italy in 2021, we are back to another semi-final, and against the semi-finalists that we played in 2018 in real life and got knocked out of the World Cup there, and the team that knocked us out in the quarterfinals of the World Cup in Qatar 2 years ago. We play Croatia, what is an ageing Croatian side, with what surely is one of the best England sides that we have had in this save so far. It is Ramsdale in goal, Chilwell on at left back, James at right back, Stones and Tomori in the centre, Rice sitting in front of them, Bellingham and Foden in that central midfield partnership, Rashford on the left, Sancho on the right, Harry Kane is up front. We're going to get into this. It is hopefully going to be redemption for me. It's hopefully going to be redemption for some of these players that played in the Croatia game in the World Cup in Qatar. Let's go. For the second time in competition football, we take on Croatia. Let's get a better result than last time. Let's do it in 90 minutes and let's make it to the final of the European Championships. The significance of this game is not lost on me, by the way, as we start things off with a goal kick here as Livakovic will hit it long. Gareth Southgate in his first tournament, as that ball goes over top for Kane, one-on-one, puts it wide. Please don't let it be one of these again. In his first tournament, got knocked out in the knockout stages by Croatia. He then got redemption in the next tournament by beating Croatia. Yes, it was in the group stages, but he got redemption by beating them. So the significance of this game is not lost on me. If I can get my redemption as well as what Southgate got in the 2020 Euros, then if we do get that redemption and make the final, it's all about doing one better. As there's a mistake and Jadon Sancho puts it in, and Livakovic has just handed us a goal inside 15 minutes after Harry Kane had missed a great one-on-one earlier. Rashford picks up this ball, gives it into Bellingham now, back to Rashford, switches that ball out to the left-hand side, the header back to Livakovic, and he just, I don't know what he does, but he puts it into the path of Jadon Sancho, and it is 1-0 here inside 15 minutes, and we couldn't score in 90 minutes against them last time. We've got a goal early here, and hopefully we can build on that as Holland have gone 2-0 up against Germany, which means we play the team that we beat 4-0 in the opening game of this competition, and 3-0. Germany have got one back. It's 3-1 there, as there's not a lot happening in this game. Croatia coming back into it slowly. Not got a shot on target though yet, as a goal kick by Ramsdale goes short for Tomori. Into Reece James in that right back position, up the line to Sancho. Gives it back to James as he goes infield to Tomori. Reece James. Tomori goes into Stones now, and Stones can bring it forward. No real pressure on him. Looks that ball into the channel, but it's cut out by Vida and to Prongriac at right back. Kovacic goes back to Vida. Kovacic once again goes past his man, but Rice nips in and dispossesses him. Out to the left, right hand side, and Sancho. Foden into the box. Foden hits the outside of the post, and that would have been a fantastic goal had it gone in. But it looks like at half time it's going to be 1-0. And what do we do from here? I don't want to sit back and fight the pressure just yet, but 11 shots, 6 on target. We really should be in a position to go on and win this game, but we need that second goal. We saw that last time against Croatia. That 1-0 lead that we had was taken over pretty quickly. Andre Kramaric, who is on the pitch playing a 6.3, getting 2 goals in that game 2 years ago. But they haven't had a shot on target as we move over an hour into this game. And we're going to make a substitution. We're probably going to make a double substitution as well. We're going to take off Chilwell, who's struggling. Joe Gomez is going to come on for him. And Rashford is going to come off for Bukayo Saka. So both changes on the left-hand side as we look to try and see this game out. Kovacic and Palicic both struggling in the centre of the park. Orsic now tries to get the ball in. Gomez can head it away. Bellingham heads it back to Gomez, who fires it forwards. Vida can collect it under no real pressure. Over halfway into Kakavenda. Pongriach down the line. Kakavenda into Orsic, and Ramsdale keeps it out. For all the world, that should have been a goal. He rolls it out short. We're under a little bit of pressure still, but that is the end of the highlight. Croatia's first shot on target. And nearly, and Germany have gone 4-3 up in what looks like a thriller in the other semi-final as Meyer goes back to Stanisic, Gardeval, Vida, forward to Kovacic. Can we nip in and win that ball back? Goes all the way back to Livakovic now, who will look long. Can we win this header? Ramsdale wins it and he heads it out to the right hand side. James keeps in, back to Tomori. Tomori now can bring it forward into Declan Rice. Has to go back to Tomori. The pressure is on. Just keep us from finding that forward ball. But James looks long to Saka. Great chest control. Brings it in field to Bellingham. Back to Saka. Can he get the cross in? He does get the cross in. Kane is surely offside there as he smashes home from the edge of the 6-yard box. I'm not sure that is going to count. I'm not going to get too excited just yet. Goal is disallowed just like I thought. It looked too good to be true as that ball goes over top. How far was he offside? Yeah, just went a fraction too early. It's a lovely finish, to be fair, from the edge of the 6-yard box. Just putting it beyond the goalkeeper. But it's 1-0 here, 4-3 still in the other game. Sancho puts that ball in. Palicic heads it away. Into Sancho again. Into Bellingham! Jude Bellingham gets us to our final. It's 2-0, 6.5 minutes on the clock. I'm surely not counting my chickens before they hatch here. England 2, Croatia 0. Sancho's corner was pretty poor in towards the near post. Headed away by Pasalic. Picked up by Sancho. Took it to the byline, got the crossing, and Bellingham arriving from about 8 yards smashes the header past Livakovic. It's 2-0, and that should be all she wrote as we're going to make our final substitution, and we're going to take off. John Stones is going to come off. Ben White is going to come on for him. He's really struggling. As I didn't hit the right button. As Sancho now gives it back to Reece James. Back to Sancho. Was he onside? He was. Foden, shot save. Gardeval, Bellingham hits the post. Saka. And it's somehow kept out, and it remains 2-0 as we head into stoppage time. Holland have equalised in their game. It's 4-4 there. What a game that seems like it is. Germany seem like they can be got at to get goals. We know Holland can be because we've already scored 4 past them in this tournament. As of Germany in this game currently, that ball is hit long. Kakavenda in behind, plays into Kramaric, who scores against us yet again, and there is 2.5 minutes on the clock, and I presume he's onside. He's got the ball. He's raced past the referee. If he's not, that ball's going to take a while to get back down that pitch. It is a goal. 2-1. 2.5 minutes left. We are going to drop cautious for those 2.5 minutes because the last thing I want is to concede a goal. And we have done it. A final for England. A second consecutive European Championship final as we get redemption. Losing 2-1 against Croatia in Qatar. We beat them 2-1 here. Goals from Sancho, and Sancho then setting up Bellingham for a second. We conceded late on Kramaric on the counter-attack, but it is a 2-1 victory, and we'll find out next who we've got. It was 4-4 in the game between Germany and the Netherlands, so let's go to our inbox and let's see who we get in the final. I genuinely feel sick. We play the Netherlands in the final, ranked 14th in the world. We have already beaten them 4-0. England never won a European Championships before. Holland only won it once back in 1988. Oh, they knocked Germany out on penalties. Oh, there is a real chance to end this experiment with one of the trophies and to do one better than what Southgate did in 2021. Well, what a video that was. Join us tomorrow evening for the European Championship Finals where we take on the Netherlands once again after beating them 4-0 in the group stages. One game, to win it all. This has turned into a 4-part series now. Hopefully you've joined us for part 1 to 2 and 3, and hopefully you join us tomorrow for part 4, where we take on the Netherlands, European Championship final. Leave a like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Let me know how you think we'll get on.